Oh, hey, we're live, so I should probably start saying, "Hootie!" There we go. Wow. All right. Like Mikey was saying, I take a month off and I just forget how to fucking start this thing. Apparently, I don't know. But hey, we're back. I'm back. Legitimately, just to be clear, just got really had a lot of stuff going on, and I just didn't have time. But I also feel refreshed. So maybe I should take a month off every year or something, because I feel a lot more ready to come back and tackle this. That was different. I didn't take that time off. There's a lot going on last summer. But I was doing a study abroad last summer. I wasn't even in the country. Oh God, Mike's echoing. Said Mike's echoing. That probably means maybe if I turn that off. I wonder if that works. King Bozo said the mic's echoing. Hopefully that fixed it. Oh, he says it's good now. All right, cool. So I had yeah. So again, just get back and I just forget what all the buttons do apparently. So at least we didn't have all the problems we had last time we tried to have Thomas and his friend on. What? Ah, yes. Rodgers did not join Pittsburgh. Good Lord. All right, see. Well, he did, but that was a while ago, I think, at this point. Shit, hold on. Well, now that's going to take me a minute to fix. But anyway, Mikey, how you been? It's been about a month. Why is that? Who... Who retired? I'll be honest, I totally missed it. So I knew about Tyrann Mathieu. Jimmy Graham, I honestly forgot he was even still playing. Okay. Well, I don't know if that counts then. Well, you can't feel bad about that though, because he was already kind of useless, honestly. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. Overlay's fixed. Hendrickson is back. Your mic should be fine. King Bozo was saying, yeah, he was saying my mic was echoing, not yours. Oh, really? Oh. That's weird. Because we're both going through the same thing. That shouldn't be the case. Kadarius Toney retired. I did hear about that. Any rapping or something now? Yeah, you know what? I wonder. One of these days, we're just not gonna. We're gonna show up and we're not gonna spend 20 minutes, doing the thing correctly. I think I've got your volume at normal, on my end. Maybe something here. Mikey's dead quiet. Does your microphone have a like a volume button on it? Yeah. You know what? I wonder. You know what? I wonder. Yeah, I can't hear you at all. I don't know, but that's it's very strange. I don't think that's gonna help. Maybe if we do, try talking. Let's see if that helps. It might echo a little bit, but say something.
Yeah, you did.
Might echo a little bit, but say something. Well, I heard you there, so that maybe helped. I'll turn your volume up a little bit there, but King Bozo, let us know if this works because it sounds like it's kind of working on my end. It's not really the way I'd prefer to do it. He said he heard you now. Okay,
Thank God. Now we can. Okay, where were we?
Fuck, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Saints.
so you got retired.
Jimmy Graham doesn't count. Tyrann Mathieu does count.
It does count.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You don't get to feel like, oh no, a bunch of players on my team retired when Jimmy Graham wasn't playing anyway.
Okay, how about this? We've had 4 players retire in the same offseason. How about that? Can I say that?
If you're counting Jimmy Graham, then no.
Ryan Ramczyk, Derek Carr, who I don't give a crap about anyway, but he's still counts, I guess. Ryan Ramczyk, Derek Carr, Dalen Holker, and Tyrann Mathieu.
Okay, I'll give you Ryan Ramczyk. That kind of sucks.
Even though Ramczyk didn't play last year anyway.
Well, no, but in theory, he could have been really good.
Yeah.
In theory.
Bro, if he would have never got that injury, bro, he could have probably been one of the best tacklers in the league, bro.
Kind of nuts. We haven't had anybody retire, but I will tell you, it seems to be the case. If anybody read the description of this live stream, they'll understand my feelings. I take a few weeks off, right? I think about 4 weeks, about a month off. I take a little bit of time off, and the entire time leading up to the time that I'm taking off, I have nothing new to say about the Bengals. This is the same old shit. Just, sign Trey Hendrickson. Y'all are out of your mind. What the hell's going on with Shamar Stewart? Blah, 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 blah. Over and over and over and over again. The second I leave, they start sort of figuring things out. We got Shamar Stewart signed now, which is nice. I don't understand. Like I'm on the player's side on things for the most part. I don't quite understand. I think Shamar Stewart might have been getting bad advice from his agent because, he got an extra $500,000 bonus in his contract, but the whole thing he was upset about in the first place, which was if you get arrested, then we don't have to pay you clause. Basically, that the Bengals had not put in previous contracts.
Yeah.
But now suddenly they're putting them in the contracts, and that's cool and all. But I also understand where Shamar's like, hey, you didn't put this in other people's contracts. But then he folds for a $500,000 bonus. Like Shamar Stewart. Let's be absolutely clear. Shamar Stewart is what is he 22?
I don't know.
Maybe 20.
I did my research on him.
He is 21, so he will.
What we know is that he's allowed to drink.
He'll be 22 in November. He is allowed to drink, yes. But Shamar Stewart will be 22 at the start of his season, so I'm not expecting Shamar Stewart to be savvy like that. He's doing it. His agent and also his dad seem to be kind of connected on this in a pretty stupid way. But Shamar Stewart, his agent, I think, was giving him some pretty shit advice, and that's stupid and annoying. But a lot of people were trying to tell him that too. But whatever, Shamar Stewart's signed now. Cool. Now we can be now I don't have to talk about Shamar Stewart not signing. But the thing that I've been talking about since the draft is the fact that like I didn't want Shamar Stewart in the draft. Like if you recall. Like when the Bengals drafted Shamar Stewart, I was like, God fucking damn, like really? Really? And King Bozo brings up a good point here. That Sam Hubbard did retire this season. Yes, Sam Hubbard did retire. And so Shamar Stewart is a Sam Hubbard replacement. Okay.
He is.
Okay. Sam Hubbard was a third-round draft pick, first of all. Second of all, we need... If you're not going to re-sign Trey Hendrickson, Shamar Stewart's not going to help. Shamar Stewart had, 10... entire sacks his whole life or something. I don't know. I'm just making that number up off the top of my head.
He had one sack last season.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand the Bengals strategy. Like they're fucking around with Trey Hendrickson. To be clear, Trey Hendrickson is back in practice. Well, he's back at camp. He's not practicing, but he's in the facility and he's there and he's helping out Shamar Stewart and he's like being a team guy and stuff like that. And that's okay. This is another contract situation that I don't understand because I guess I kind of get the guarantees. And again, to be clear, it's Trey Hendrickson's money. He can handle it the way that he wants to. I'm not trying to tell him how to live his life. But it does kind of seem like, you got a pretty good deal on the table. Maybe you should take the deal. But I don't know. He can do what he wants. But what I can say is the Bengals are absolutely ridiculous for trying to play hardball with Trey Hendrickson. Like he's one of the best pass rushers. He might be the best pure pass rusher in the entire league. He's not like Myles Garrett level because he's not as good at like defending the run and stuff like that. But at the same time, the whole reason the Bengals defense even had a shot last year, and they didn't have much of a shot if you recall what their results were. But the only reason they had a shot last year was because Trey Hendrickson was at least like creating havoc in the backfield. And if you don't have him doing that, I promise you, Shamar Stewart's not going to do it. Joseph Osai is not going to do it. Miles Murphy has yet to show that he can do it consistently at the level of Trey Hendrickson. So I do not, in any way, shape, or form, understand the Bengals' strategy and what they're doing. It's good that Trey Hendrickson's in camp because it shows that he wants to be here, which I didn't really doubt anyway because he's been saying that. He's been pretty consistently saying that, like he wants to be here, and now he's like, okay, as a show of good faith, I'm going to be in camp, and I'm going to, at least be a team player and everything like that, which was great. Cool. Thanks, Trey. Like, that's great. Like, Trey's a good guy. I have nothing negative to say about Trey. I need the Bengals to get their shit together, man. Like, if they re-sign Trey Hendrickson, I think this offseason, I want to say is a knockout of the park, but this is a pretty damn solid offseason if we get Trey Hendrickson re-signed. But if we don't, this is a terrible like turn of events for what at best might be like a C- of an offseason, right? Like, I mean, we made some improvements, not enough if you're not bringing back Trey Hendrickson though. And getting T. Higgins re-signed was big, don't get me wrong. But like, if you don't have Trey Hendrickson too, I don't know if I can get behind what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to pretend like I know everything there is to know about the Bengals, but what I do know, Trey Hendrickson, and I am saying it from Saints experience as well, since if y'all remember, he was on the Saints at one point. Trey Hendrickson, man, whenever I watched the Bengals last year, Trey Hendrickson, if it wasn't for Trey Hendrickson, the Bengals defense would have, it was already terrible, but without him, y'all would have not, like week 18, y'all would have already been eliminated. That's how bad it would have been if y'all didn't have Trey back there.
I mean, we would not have had a chance at the end of the season. But, I mean, to be clear, giving any credit to the defense at all is kind of crazy because of how many points they were giving up. It's like, yeah, Trey made a big... I kind of see where the Bengals are coming from because it's like, how much of an impact did Trey really make if the defense was that bad? But at the same time, like, it would have probably been worse without Trey. It's like, it was like, we kept saying, like, it feels like the Bengals need to drop 50 every week to have a chance to win. But to be completely honest, there were some weeks where, like, if you didn't have Trey, you probably would have actually had to score 50 every week to win. And, like, they didn't. They didn't score 50 every single week. Although, against some of the better teams, it definitely felt like they would have needed to, but it was just...
Yeah, insane. Just like the old mighty Patriots that you only scored 10 points on. Crazy.
Yeah. King Bozo. We're not... This, obviously, the Steelers episode was the last episode, but King Bozo is like, I don't know what we're doing this season. I don't know what the Steelers are doing this season. Definitely the off season. They did re-sign T.J. Watt, which is good for them.
Yep.
T.J. Watt's a good, re-signing, and a bunch of people were like, responding to that, and they're like, oh, look, Trey Hendrickson's going to be that much more expensive now. And I'm like, well, he was already going to be that expensive. Like, T.J. Watt, his contract didn't do anything other than just confirm that that's what the going rate is. But we already knew that was the going rate. As far as what the Steelers are doing, man, like, you got me. Like, I don't get Aaron Rodgers. I don't get the whole... I kind of get it from the perspective of the Steelers trying to gaslight their own fans into thinking that they're like they got a plan, because I don't think they haven't had a plan. They didn't have the last time they had a plan was when Ben Roethlisberger was still with the team and wasn't talking about retiring every year. That was the last time the Steelers had a plan. The Steelers basically haven't had a plan since like 2015, and when Ben retired, that was pretty much it. Like, there's no plan anymore. There's nothing else. The fact that Mike Tomlin has managed to get like playoff competition and hasn't had a losing season shows how damn good of a coach, as much as I hate to admit it, how damn good of a coach Mike Tomlin is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Don't know Aaron Rodgers. Like, we'll see King Bozo. Like, I mean, obviously, personally, I hope he's terrible. But,
I'll be terrible too, just for the record.
It's because you don't like Aaron Rodgers?
Did you not hear what he said about the Saints? Mm-mm.
No, I didn't. What did he say?
Well, some girl asked him, would you ever come to the Saints? Like, and this was live too. This wasn't like edited or nothing. So, a girl asked him, I don't know where this was. I think it was at an event. But it was like, would you ever come to the Saints and make us great again? Rodgers just hardcore said, no.
Well, okay. Let's break this down for a minute, because he's not being a dick. Let's be honest. Like, are the Saints going to be competitive in the next 2 years?
Hey, I'm not saying I wanted Rodgers. I'm not saying that.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, do the Saints have the ability to put a Super Bowl contending team around Aaron Rodgers before he retires? I don't think they do. I think the Saints need a
playoff team if everything goes right, but Super Bowl team probably not.
Well, if everything goes right, then you can probably win the Super Bowl. I mean, like, the Bengals went to the Super Bowl in 2021 out of fucking nowhere.
I think our ceiling is a playoff appearance, maybe even win a playoff team, depending on who we're playing.
I don't...
Because of the crappy division that we're in.
But that's the thing. If you make the playoffs, you can make it to the Super Bowl. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, I just don't see, especially from Aaron Rodgers' perspective. Like you're right. If everything goes right, that could happen. But the likelihood that, Aaron Rodgers, who's already kind of washed up as far as we can tell, Aaron Rodgers and the Saints, I don't see a likely scenario where Aaron Rodgers gets another shot at a Super Bowl ring. And then, other than that, like, he's made enough damn money. Like what else is there to play for?
I don't know.
He's retiring at the end of the season. Yeah, supposedly King Bozo. Like,
bro,
who knows?
Who
knows?
Sure.
Who knows? Like, remember how many times Aaron Rodgers said that? Remember how many times Ben Roethlisberger said that? Remember, believing anything that Aaron Rodgers says right now, like, I think there's something in the air in Green Bay that just, like, affects, like, eats away at quarterbacks' brains. I don't know. But, bro, like, I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers won't retire at the end of the season. I'm saying we'll see.
He should have retired at the end of last season. And the season before that.
He should have retired. Like honestly, he should have retired the year after, like, the Packers drafted Jordan Love, and then Aaron Rodgers went on to, like, did he win MVP that year?
He won 2 MVPs.
Oh, right. So he should have quit after that. He should have just been like, hey, I'm going out on top, and now y'all better be like, you wanted to draft Jordan Love to replace me? Cool. I hope he's ready. Like, if I was Aaron Rodgers, that's what I would have done. I've made enough money in my life. I, may have only gotten 1 Super Bowl ring, but, I shot my shot across the bow and basically told y'all that you're going to regret, Jordan Love, like draft him without consulting me. And then I go on and I win back-to-back MVPs, and then I leave you to deal with your mess that is potentially Jordan Love. Now, we know Jordan Love ended up being pretty good after all that. But does he turn out... Well, I wouldn't say he's, like, elite or, like, a future Hall of Famer.
There's still something to work on. I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah, but he's pretty solid. Like, the Packers have... As far as we can tell right now, the Packers have a franchise quarterback. Now, is he going to be Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers level of productive? Who knows? But I think we can solidly say that unless he regresses, that Jordan Love's probably the guy for the next 10 years or so in Green Bay.
Maybe, he's going to be there until he goes to the Jets in the year of 2047.
Why does every Packers quarterback go to the damn Jets?
I don't freaking know.
I wouldn't be shocked if I looked up right now. I actually probably would be a little shocked because I just came up with this off the top of my head. But if Don Majkowski ended up on the Jets,
who the heck is Don Majkowski?
He's the Magic Man. He's the guy who the guy who Brett Favre replaced in Green Bay.
Oh, that's right.
He did not. He ended up in Indianapolis afterwards, and then he went to the Lions. So he did not go to the Jets apparently.
Well, that's nice. Wasn't Brett Favre on the Jets for a cup of coffee, then just dipped or something like
that? Well, he took him to the AFC Championship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean he wasn't there for long, but he did take him to the AFC Championship.
I ain't gonna lie, I've never seen the Jets ever make the AFC Championship, so I'm just gonna take your word for it. I mean, I know that they went to the AFC Championship before.
Oddly enough, the Jets have made it to the AFC Championship in my lifetime. I think I want to say more times than the Bengals have. I could be wrong about that. It could be as many times. No, it's definitely more times because. Oh wait, no, he didn't go to the AFC Championship with the Jets.
That's what I'm saying. I know Mark Sanchez did. I know Mark Sanchez. I know he took the Vikings to the NFC Championship. Yeah. Where he would lose to my Saints, of course, because we're the best team of all time, so now go second. But, yeah, I remember he went to the Vikings and took them to the championship, and obviously he took the Packers to the championship, won a Super Bowl there. I think in Atlanta, I think he only played a single game there because, they're great at drafting quarterbacks. They drafted Brett Favre, that's funny.
I think they all, let's see.
If I recall, he was pretty bad on the Jets. Because he was there for a year, and then he went to the Vikings, and then immediately took them to the NFC Championship. And then I think he retired a couple years later.
I know what I'm thinking of. They went to the AFC Championship, I think, in back-to-back seasons after Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of those years they went through the Bengals to get there, and that made me so fucking mad. 'Cause I'm like, really, the Jets, the fucking. And then they went to the AFC Championship, and I'm like, well.
Well, good news for you, the Jets haven't been back since.
No, but like I said, the Jets. Let's see. I think the Bengals have been to the Super Bowl more times than the Jets in my lifetime. The Jets. Okay, so I was right. The Jets have been to the AFC Championship more times than the Bengals have in my lifetime. Because they lost to Elway in '98, and then in 2009 and 2010 they went back to back.
That's nice.
But they didn't win any of those games, and the Bengals at least won one of their AFC Championship games, and then proceeded to let Joe Burrow die for an entire game, and then.
Please don't remind me of that game.
Don't remind you of that game. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Whatever.
Excuse me. I think if anyone here is traumatized by that game, I think I have the right to be traumatized.
You never me any pity of the no call, so bro, I'm just trying to be nice, bro.
I'm not following your logic.
In fact, you actually lashed out on us after the no call because of this pass interference challenge rule.
I didn't lash out. I just disagreed with you. You lashed out at me for disagreeing.
I don't recall that.
What I lashed out about was the fact that like Saints fans are basically.
And that's the freaking sad thing I just said.
No. Let me finish. That Saints fans were basically trying to get the rules changed over that.
They should have been changed.
And they did actually, as I recall, they did briefly get the rule changed.
They should have stayed changed.
No, it was a bad rule. It was terrible. And now it might have been because the refs were rebelling. But point being, that was it didn't work out at all. To like every time that they needed to anytime there's even anything in the hint of a vicinity of pass interference, it slowed the game down. It was bad. It didn't work out.
Fun fact, Kyle, even if we were allowed to challenge that pass interference call in 2018, we still wouldn't have been allowed to. Did you know that? Because it was after the 2-minute warning anyway, so it was basically you're not allowed to challenge. Maybe the booth would have did it, but no.
Maybe you.
What did I do?
Can stop complaining about the refs and
look
at your team instead.
It was rigged. You know it.
It was not. No, it was not rigged.
It was rigged, and you know it because they don't want us back there after Bounty Gate. You know it. Everyone knows it. The entire atmosphere knows it, and you also know that was bull crap, and that should have been PI. That should have took place to the Super Bowl. You know it. Don't act surprised.
You sound like a conspiracy theorist right now. Bounty Gate was nearly a decade prior to that game.
Hey, if Rogers can talk about President Kennedy, I can talk about no.
What did Rogers say about President Kennedy?
You don't want to know.
Well, now actually I do, so I'm going to look it up.
I think it was Kennedy. I think. Could be wrong. It might have been someone else, but I think it was Kennedy.
You mean in like December?
I think so.
He said the Kennedy assassination piqued his interest in politics.
Yeah, that.
Is that a controversial thing to say?
Yes.
Now there's a lot of controversial things you could say about that, but I don't think saying simply that you that made you interested in politics. I don't know if that's a controversial thing to say.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Now, he said quite a few controversial things about RFK, but not really trying to get into politics on this show. But that you could definitely describe things he said about RFK as controversial because people have differing opinions. I don't know why you would have differing opinion about his reason for being interested in politics. That's his own decision.
Okay.
All right, whatever. Anyway, yeah. So one thing. No. What
does no mean?
No.
What?
No whistle.
Why?
Because imagine being the person on the other end, watching this later. That's not genuinely, I think that would be unpleasant to just out of nowhere. Like driving in your car, listening to a podcast, and suddenly you're, and you're like, holy fuck, and then you drive into a fucking ravine and die. You're responsible for that.
First of all, you thought too much about that. Second of all,
I didn't think about that at all.
But okay.
I didn't spend even 3 seconds planning out that response. I wasn't
even that loud, but
train of
go
thought.
ahead. What were you saying?
So the other thing we were planning on doing today is doing not really obviously you can't really predict who's going to win the end of the season awards this early. Like, that's ridiculous. But just for fun, let's stake our claim on who we think is going to happen. And then at the end of the season, we can go back and we can be like, I wonder what we said. Holy shit, this motherfucker said Josh Allen was going to win the MVP, but it turns out Josh Allen was a terrorist all along.
Okay, bro, man. Funny enough, that's probably how people were when they voted Deshaun Watson as MVP back in 2019.
Okay, that might be a little bit different.
No, because it was like he's gonna win MVP. Then 2 years later, he decided to get some massages.
Okay. I guess let's start with like the less interesting awards, and we'll work our way up to MVP.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't want to do like the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award, because like, how do you predict who's gonna be a good person?
Yeah. For all I know, everyone in the league could either sponsor a charity or kill dogs for free time. It depends on what they want to do.
I mean, frankly, like when I look at these as like, who's gonna win the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year? Joe Burrow. Who's gonna win the Alan Page Community Award? Joe Burrow. Who's going to win the Bart Starr Award, who best exemplifies outstanding character and leadership in the home, on the field, and in the community? Joe Burrow.
Deshaun Watson.
He's not even playing this year.
Okay. DeMar Hamlin barely played the year he was nominated for Comeback Player of the Year.
And then who is going to win the Art Rooney Award, which is established in 2015, is given to a player in recognition of outstanding sportsmanship? It is not going to be Joe Burrow, because that's associated with the Steelers, and fuck that.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, so, all right. So I guess the Deacon Jones Award is going to be the leader. So who's going to be the NFL sack leader this year?
Who I think is going to lead the league in sacks?
Mm-hmm. And the correct answer is Trey Hendrickson, by the way.
You see, that's the no.
I'm joking. I really don't think, like, after everything, like, even if he comes back week 1, I just don't think he's going to have enough of a ramp up period to really get off. Maybe he finishes strong. I just don't think it's going to be a strong start for him this year.
Like, even if he does play, I think he might have a solid, good season, but I don't think he's going to do what he did last year. In fact, my pick for sack leader in the, what year is this? 2025, right? Yeah. All right, 2025 to 2026 sack leader, I think, will be Max Crosby.
Interesting.
Because that's the first defensive player that I could think of that was not P.J. Watt or Myles Garrett.
Well, I'm on that note. Now, I will say, who won it last year?
Trey Hendrickson.
Trey Hendrickson. So maybe he wins it again, back to back. You never know.
But I'm not gonna. I don't even know if this dude's gonna play, so that's what I'm not saying.
Okay, so my gut tells me, as much as I hate to say it, Myles Garrett. Just because, like, with all the motivation, like, he's got a lot of people pointing at him, like, all this money he's making now, and Myles Garrett seems like the type of guy who's like going to use that as motivation to be as good as possible. But I don't know if dark horse is the right word, but like a guy who I think is probably going to blow up this year. And he was already really good last year, but I think he's going to like go the extra step of just being insane this year. Is Will Anderson. I wouldn't be shocked to see him win it this year.
I could see that
from the Texans. I mean, shit. Last year he was like, was he a rookie last year?
No, he was a second-year player. He came in the same year C.J. Stroud did.
That's fair, yeah. But I mean, even then, he had 11 sacks last year, and that's pretty damn good. So I mean, like, yeah. I don't know. I know. Is Danielle Hunter still there?
Yeah. He actually signed an extension earlier this offseason. Funny enough.
Yeah, that could impede him, just because, like, like Danielle Hunter is going to be eating up sacks too. But I think Will Anderson is going to be the better of those two this year. Like, I think Danielle Hunter is going to be. I don't want to say he's going to take a massive step back, but I do think he's going to take a bit of a step back. He's not going to be like Will Anderson's going to be the feature guy this year, I think.
Yeah, I think Will Anderson is at least going to be top 3 or 4. I think
Yeah.
at least.
Right. Exactly.
You know, he was a freak of nature his rookie year. Then his second year comes, and he's probably even better. So.
Right. But like I said, my gut says Myles Garrett. So like gun to my head, I'm probably going with Myles Garrett. But the correct answer once again actually is Trey Hendrickson. So.
A year ago, yes, it was.
Yeah. I'll tell you who's not the correct answer is Chase Young.
You son of a gun. You're not wrong, but still.
All right. So
I think Chase Young's going down in stats, but that does not mean he's not a good player. So shut up about that. I'm tired of hearing it. Okay, let's move on.
So our next award is named after one of the greatest names in NFL history, and that's Dick Butkus.
Drew Brees. Oh yeah.
Drew Brees is not what? Drew Brees is a great player. His name is pretty average.
Nothing about that man's average. Okay, what were you saying?
Okay, so the Dick Butkus Award.
What's that again? I totally forgot.
Well, it's like best linebacker, I think.
Oh, best linebacker?
Yeah.
So who I think is going to be the best linebacker this season?
Yeah.
The best linebacker, there's a lot of guys that could go here. Fred Warner, Demario Davis. But I think best linebacker, this may be controversial, but as much as I hate to say it, it is a Chief. I'm going Nick Bolton.
Wrong. Incorrect. He's going to be bad this year.
I actually really
like
Nick Bolton. It's either going to be Nick Bolton or Fred Warner. It's going to be one of those two.
I think it's going to be Zach Bond, dude. I love Zach Bond. Like,
don't remind me.
Dude, I'm sorry, but Zach Bond is a monster. And
why does every single good NFL player have to be from the Saints? But the Saints don't see it.
If you want to like make me feel bad in reverse, you could always just tell me that you could come back from the future and tell me that Jermaine Pratt is gonna win the Butkus Award for the Raiders.
Yeah, let's see.
And that would make me very sad. That made me very, very sad.
What if Joe Burrow goes to Pittsburgh and wins the Super Bowl?
You shut your fucking dirty mouth right now. You understand?
How do you know my mouth's dirty? You don't know where it's been.
The shit that literally just poured out of your mouth right now. Like you've been. I mean, I don't know if like you're backed up or something, or if you just been literally eating just piles of turd. But that was like what you just said right now was like you're excommunicated. Okay.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna call the Pope. I'm gonna call the Pope right now. All right. You know what?
Okay.
Do that right now. All right.
How can you do that? I'm like, I go to church every Sunday, so.
Yeah, well, you're about to get excommunicated.
Okay. Yeah,
hey, I need you to. I'm actually live right now. I need you to tell Mikey that he's excommunicated.
He's what?
Excommunicated.
What do you do?
He said that Joe Burrow is going to win a playoff game for the Steelers.
I said Super Bowl.
Okay.
Does he mean like he's going to win a game for the Steelers because he's going to suck so bad, or does he mean?
No, he's saying he's going to join the Steelers and play well.
You think he's going to go to the Steelers and play well?
Yes.
Joe Burrow will never be a Steeler.
Okay, just tell him he's excommunicated.
Well, you're excommunicated, but
there you go, excommunicated by the actual Pope who happens to live in Cleveland.
That is Thomas.
Yeah, Cleveland Browns Pope.
He just said he's the Cleveland Browns Pope.
That's holding
the
Cleveland
Browns suck so bad. Anyways.
Okay. All right, Thomas. Thanks, bub. I'll talk to you later.
You really didn't think I thought that was Thomas?
You suck Kenny Pickett. Sorry.
Okay. Bye.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, he said you suck Kenny Pickett.
Okay. What's the next award, or did you even name yours? I don't even remember.
I said
oh yeah,
Zach Bond.
You said Zach Bond. May you rest in heaven. Okay, now let's move on.
Well, he did just win a Super Bowl, so I guess.
Shut your dirty mouth.
Okay. So the next award is the All-Rookie Team, and we're not doing that. The next award is the All-Pro Team, and we're not doing that. The next award is the Pro Bowl, and we're not doing that. The next award is the Executive of the Year, and I don't really want to do that, but you know what? Just for the fuck of it, let's. Who's going to be the Executive of the Year? Is it
What
Mickey
do you mean
Loomis?
by executive? Like someone in the front office?
Yeah, front office guy, basically.
Okay.
It's awarded to an NFL executive adjudged to have had the best season building a roster by way of drafting, free agency, and/or trades. So I'm going to make a very bold prediction right now and say Duke Tobin will not win this award this year.
Who is that?
He is the Bengals' head of player personnel. He's like kind of like a GM, but doesn't really have as much power as a GM.
Really? I'm gonna go with whoever the Jaguars GM is because I feel like they're gonna do really good this season.
I don't know who their GM. I don't feel like the Jaguars are going to do well this year, honestly.
I know it's not Trent Baalke, so that's why
Well, that's an upgrade, I suppose. James Gladstone,
he's
of course.
gonna be the executive of the year.
James,
Why? Because I said so.
That dude looks holy shit. I'm gonna let me see if I can get this picture up real quick.
What does he have 5 eyeballs or
It's
something?
not working. No, he just he looks 12. Can't get a good picture up right now. Let me see if I can. This dude looks like he belongs on the Disney Channel.
Oh, that's nice. I would prefer Netflix, but that's nice. Or Hulu. Hulu's good too.
Or I don't know, maybe like Kids Hulu or something. But like, this dude legitimately looks like 7 years old. 7 years old, I guess, with facial hair, but there we go. There you go. I don't know if you.
That is a big chin.
Yeah, as a big chin, he like.
He reminds me of that guy from Game of Thrones.
Like have you ever seen a picture of like Ben Solak?
I don't know because I don't know who that is. So maybe
he's like a NFL podcaster. But like he looks like he's another guy who looks like he's fucking 12.
Well, that guy reminds me of one of those Game of Thrones characters, the Prince. You know, the Prince that choked to his death. Yeah, that's who that reminds me of.
I never saw Game of Thrones.
That's a sin.
I've read some of Game of Thrones, but I tried watching it and it just I didn't feel like it was really worth watching. But I will say, like, I've read some of the books and the books seem kind of legit, but just the TV series, just I don't know, I got bored.
There really is no pleasing you.
What? Okay.
Like, you're not pleased that Burrow goes and does well in Pittsburgh? Like, bro, that's your boy, right?
What if Drew Brees won a Super Bowl for the Falcons?
Then I would kill myself.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to hear shit about shit from you.
Okay. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying shit, but okay.
All right. All right. So I didn't even say. Fuck, who's gonna win Executive of the Year? Shit, I don't know. Who like the Eagles guy probably. I don't know.
Okay, good to know. All right, moving on to one that I can actually name.
Howie Roseman. Yeah, that sounds all right. Howie Roseman's gonna win this year.
Yeah, probably. Actually, yeah, probably. Okay.
All right, so let's move on. Coach of the Year. That seems like something that's actually more like something that we would have real opinions on. So it's not going to be Zach Taylor.
No duh. Coach of the Year, I think is going to be I think Coach of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a lot of good coaches. I ain't gonna lie. At first, hold on. So they typically trend to like newcomers for some reason, but you know what, I'm gonna do it. Coach of the Year. Give me Dan Quinn. I'm gonna give it to Dan Quinn. Why not? Because like you got the Commanders 2 years from misery, and then 2 years later, they're amazing. I think they're going to be amazing. So yeah.
All right. Well, so I'm going to be honest. The guy who's going to win Coach of the Year this year is obviously going to be not Dan Campbell.
What did you just say?
Dan Campbell.
Boy,
I said
do you
Dan
watch
Campbell.
football?
I said Dan Campbell.
Bro, you said Raheem Morris. Don't
I,
lie.
I started saying Raheem Morris, but I finished by saying Dan Campbell.
Okay.
Sean Payton. There we go.
That would be fun.
No, he's not going to win. I don't even know if the Broncos make the playoffs this year, to be honest with you.
I don't think so either, but Sean Payton is still a good coach, and he proved everyone wrong, so suck it.
I wouldn't be shocked to see, like, D'Amico Ryans win, but I really feel good about
I don't think Texans are doing well either.
I feel good about Dan Campbell and the Lions. I feel good about the Lions, I guess is what I'm saying.
That's nice.
You know who's not going to win?
I feel like you're about to say Kellen Moore.
I was going to say Kellen Moore.
Hey, you don't know. Things happen.
But in fairness, you know who also is not going to win, and I said this earlier, but Zach Taylor. Yeah. Okay, so
I think he's gonna have a better record than the Bengals.
who did you say was going to win? Hold on. Wait a minute. Rewind. What?
I said the Saints are gonna have better records than the Bengals.
Y'all are going to win like 3 games this year.
We're gonna win 10, and you're gonna be okay with that.
I would be okay with that. I don't have any problem with the Saints. I'm just saying y'all are going to win like 3 games this year.
We're gonna win 10 games, and that's the end of the conversation. Dan Quinn. That's what I said.
That's who you said? Okay. All right. Who's going to win Comeback Player of the Year?
Chris Olave. Because he's one of the only guys that was hurt last year that, is playing. It's either going to be him or McCaffrey.
I mean, I feel like... Hold on a minute.
Maybe.
You know who is going to win Comeback Player of the Year this year?
It's not going to be Joe Burrow because for once in a lifetime, he was not hurt.
It is not going to be Joe Burrow. It's going to be Nick Chubb.
No,
not really. That'd be super fucking cool though. And like, dude, I still like Joe Mixon. I'm not rooting against Joe Mixon. Just like Nick Chubb winning Comeback Player of the Year would be really cool.
Yeah, look, I like the tech. Well, no, I don't. I like Nick Chubb. I like him. I think if he didn't get hurt, he would be a top 10 running back. But unless he does like an Adrian Peterson type of deal, or he breaks his leg and then freaking comes back the next year, it's like I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Nick Chubb. He already had to deal with the same injury twice. It's like, look, if Nick Chubb does it, but I support the guy, man. Look, I love Nick Chubb. He's definitely one of my favorite running backs in the league. But
I'll be honest. Who I genuinely think is going to win Comeback Player of the Year this year? No. I mean, I'm not saying he will be bad or anything. But I have, and this goes very much against a lot of the stuff I say on this show. But
you're gonna say Aaron Rodgers.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna say Aaron fucking Rodgers. What?
You were about to compliment the Steelers, though.
No, I wasn't. I was about to compliment somebody who, honestly, I probably compliment less than I compliment the Steelers. Because, like, every once in a while, I'll say something about the Steelers, and I'll be like, I know I hate them, but I have to give them respect for this. But, like, the person I'm about to say is going to win Comeback Player of the Year, I very rarely ever say anything nice about, and that's Justin Herbert.
How is he winning Comeback Player of the Year?
He missed, like, 5 games last year to a groin injury.
Well,
no, I understand that, but, like, nobody last year of any real major significance other than, like, Aaron Rodgers and...
Chris Olave? Man, Chris Olave got concussed 4 times last year.
I know, but I don't think he's, like, no offense, I don't think he's at that level of significance.
Well, you can take that and you can go run over a hill with it. I don't know what that means, but I'll figure it out later.
All right. So my guess is I think Justin Herbert's just gonna have one of his better seasons this year. I think, and I think I know he didn't miss like a million games last year, but he missed like 5, and that probably made a big difference in like the Chargers level being able to be remotely competitive last year. And so I think he's going to come back. He's going to have a decent season, And everybody's going to lose their mind over it because everybody on the planet, except for me apparently, has been looking for a reason to crown Justin Herbert the next big thing in the NFL ever since he was at Oregon. I can't figure out why, but
everybody kept saying he was going to be terrible when he was drafted.
No, that's not what I heard. I heard. I heard some people saying that, and I was in that camp. But for the most part, I heard people people were talking about him as like a top 2 or 3 draft pick. And he went like 5, but I mean there was a lot of hype around Justin Herbert. And in fact, they were talking about if he hadn't if he had come out the year prior, there was talk about him going number 1 overall.
Well, I mean, the year before that, it was Kyler Murray, Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams, Cleveland Farrell.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think he would have gone number 1 because I think Kyler Murray had stolen everybody's imaginations at that point. And Cliff Kingsbury was just infatuated with the guy. But I do think... there's a lot of hype around Justin Herbert coming out of college, and I thought the hype was a little silly. But who's gonna win Rookie of the Year?
Which one?
What? Oh, offensive, I guess.
No, this is depending on if he actually plays on offense. But if he does, Travis Hunter.
Well, you could just say Travis Hunter for either one.
But I'm say he's gonna win it on offense because I ain't gonna lie, he's better on offense than he is defense in my eyes.
Dude, you know what would be awesome if Travis Hunter won both?
That's what I was thinking. Can you actually?
Wouldn't that be nuts? He could theoretically. It would be a completely unrealistic feat to expect anybody to be able to do something like that. But in theory, if he was just like the best rookie on both sides of the ball, he could win both.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going Travis Hunter on offense. I think someone other than him is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I won't be shocked if he's in the running for both at least, but I'm going offense.
Okay. Well, who do you think is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Jahdae Barron.
That makes me sad.
Too bad.
All right. I think Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jackson Dart.
He's not even going to play. That's like if you were to say, freaking a kicker is going to win the Rookie of the Year award, even though there's no special teams Rookie of the Year, even though there should be.
I think it's possible Travis Hunter could win. Again, I'm not high on the Jaguars like you are. I'm really not. But I think honestly, like, and I know we disagreed on whether he'd be really great, but I think it's a great fit in Green Bay. I think I wouldn't be shocked to see Matthew Golden win this year.
Okay.
And then an interesting dark horse, and I think I would cry if this were to actually happen. No, I was gonna say Shadur Sanders.
Well, first he has to win that job first.
It's not a tough job to win.
Bro, he's competing with like 4 other quarterbacks.
And they all suck.
Okay, and he's in that group. So which one?
He's the best one.
Like
you know what?
Too.
Change my mind. Jalen Milroe.
You son of a gun. You know Milroe sucks, right?
Nah, but he doesn't now. He was just built for the NFL.
Bruh, I heard something earlier where Milroe, everyone, like all the rookies are trying to get some man rating. Milroe said he doesn't care if he's a 40 as long as this guy can move. And I'm like, that is such a Jalen Milroe thing to say. Because he doesn't care about being good at football. He just wants to run. Like, why is, at that point, you should just be a track star. I bet he would do great in that because you can just run for a living.
All right.
But in the NFL, you can't run your way to the top.
So
Lamar Jackson, everyone thought he was just a runner, but then he actually threw the dang football. Something Jalen Miro cannot do. And trust me, I've watched them.
So who did you say for defensive rookie of the year?
Jahdae Barron.
Would you kill me? Would you hate me?
Depends.
If I said James Pierce.
I would say you're not wrong.
I think I am wrong, actually. I think it's going to be Jihad Campbell.
I could see a world where Pierce is in the running. I don't think he's going to get it. If I did think he was going to get it, I would have said him. But, I mean, I ain't going to lie. Pierce, I think, will have 4 solid seasons in Atlanta. He's going to come to the Saints, get paid the big bucks, win a Super Bowl, and do all the great things here.
Oh, and by the way, I'm thinking I'm going to change my offensive rookie of the year. I think my guess is going to be Travion Henderson.
Maybe.
I mean, I think the door is wide open for him there.
No, it's not.
Is it not? Like, I mean, you think they're just so...
He's the number 2 running back on the roster.
For now.
You think he's going to pass Ramondre Stevenson by training camp?
I do. I don't think Ramondre Stevenson's that... Like I used to think Ramondre Stevenson was good, and then he kept just not being good, and so I've changed my opinion since then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's bad or anything. I'm saying, like, I think it's going to be a 50-50 workload.
I think at first, but I think Henderson's a really good fit in that offense, and I think
Charles Judkins, can he win it?
I don't technically see why not. I just think the Browns are a mess. So
first he has to sign his contract first, and probably.
Oh, wait a minute. Was he the one who got arrested?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So he's probably not going to win it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, let's move on. Has anybody? I just realized I have not had the comments up this whole time. So I hope we haven't. We've had a few comments. No, not really. We haven't had any comments. Okay. Cool. Good. So what's the thing? Oh well, the only thing left's in defensive player of the year and offensive player of the year, not just rookies. And then
MVP. Don't forget about the MVP.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The Super Bowl
after that.
And the Super Bowl champions.
Okay, well we're stretching a little bit, but we can do that too. I guess I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But who's gonna win defensive player of the year?
I said him earlier. I'm still going with them. I'm going Max Crosby.
Why though? Like
because he's with the Raiders. And
okay.
He has a pulse, so. And I think, other than Surtain winning it last year, most of the time it's edge rushers winning it. And it's like, I think, Micah Parsons, I think is good, but he still hasn't signed his extension, so he might come into the season an unhappy camper. Myles Garrett, it's like, yeah, but he's won the award, like, already. I think they're going to try to give it to someone new.
Not necessarily, not if he's that good. Like, I honestly, I think Myles Garrett might get it. Again.
No, because Max Crosby's going to have 45 sacks, so,
Well, Max Crosby's not going to have 45 sacks, first of all. Second of all, the Browns are such a disaster that being that good on the Browns amplifies how good you look. So that's why I think, Myles Garrett just seems like a shoo-in to get it again. I wouldn't be shocked to see Patrick Surtain get it.
That's boring.
Why?
Because he won it last year.
Again, Myles Garrett's won it before. Like, I mean, we're talking about an NFL where you have like a handful of really good defensive players, and outside of that, it's like, eh.
Marshawn Lamb almost won that award one time. Good times, good times.
I'm sure you long for those days.
It was only like 3 years ago.
I know.
Maybe, well, no, 4 years ago probably.
It's actually going to be Cam Taylor-Britt.
If he even makes the team.
Cam, what? Our the starting cornerback of the Cincinnati Bengals. You think he's in danger of not making the team?
Yeah, because he's going to get traded to the Saints and catch 17 interceptions and make you cry.
Honestly, I wouldn't be terribly upset with trading Cam Taylor-Britt. Although I think right now it'd be pretty stupid. Oh wait, no, never mind. I changed my mind. Jalen Carter.
What about Mike Hilton? Can he win it with the Dolphins?
I doubt it.
No, I'm playing.
He's really like I'm sad to see Mike Hilton go. Like I really wanted us to re-sign him, but no, I don't think he's gonna win Defensive Player of the Year. That'd be crazy if he did. Yeah, I would be pretty fucking pissed, but it'd be crazy.
There's
nothing I think
funnier than a man that's pissed.
I think Jalen Carter's gonna win it. I know. It sounds like I'm really high on the Eagles because I just keep taking people who are on the Eagles for these.
Oh, just wait till I get to my Offensive Player of the Year and the MVP. You're gonna be shocked.
Well, just wait till we get to Super Bowl champions.
If you, why you think the Saints are gonna beat the Bengals?
No.
Okay, I tried.
No.
I'll see if you're gonna fall.
Let's do Offensive Player of the Year.
Give me that boy Terry McLaurin if he signs his deal.
I think he'll sign his deal.
Well, even if he doesn't, I think Terry McLaurin is. Look, McLaurin's had 1,000 yards with frickin' Taylor Heineke throwing him the ball. Carson Wentz throwing him the ball. Not 2017 Carson Wentz. No, not that Carson Wentz. The bad kind of Carson Wentz. So, like, bro, now that he's got Jane Daniels, and he did have a good year last year. He's kind of inconsistent towards the end, but he still had a good year last year. So I think he's going to explode onto the scene this season.
Tua Tagovailoa.
No, not even close. Tua's not even going to be in the top 20 conversation.
Well, yeah, most certainly.
He's lucky if he makes top 50.
Like, I feel like I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth because like I don't want to say another Eagles player. It just feels like if anybody was ever going to win back-to-back MVPs,
Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Offensive Player of the Year. It'd be Saquon Barkley.
I mean, you could always say Jamar Chase and just be biased about it.
I really do genuinely. Actually, you know what? Like, I wasn't gonna, but I mean, he might, honestly.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the running for sure.
I think Jamar Chase is gonna have a damn good season. So you know what? Like, fuck it. Fuck it, Jamar Chase.
He will have a great season with the Saints. I agree.
Why would we trade him this late in this? Like, first of all,
bro, we'll give you our 2055 7th round pick. It's not that big of a deal.
Did you say 2020?
2055.
Oh, I thought you said 2020. And like you can't do that. Like you literally can't.
I mean, you could if you have a time machine.
Okay. MVP.
I'm going with my third commander. Give me Jane Daniels to win the MVP. You know, with Jane Daniels, a lot of people saying sophomore slump. That's a load of crap. Jane Daniels, look, he's one of the best. He's probably a top 5 quarterback in the NFL already. Bare minimum, he's top 10, and you know he's in the NFC East. Rather than the Eagles, it's wide open. You know, he's gonna go either first or second place. I personally haven't gone first place. I think they will dethrone the Eagles. I still think the Eagles have been great though, but you know, I think the Commanders got the offense to support Jane Daniels, so I think Daniels is going to probably have one of the best seasons that he will probably have in his whole career.
You know who I really, 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 really hope wins MVP?
Tyrann Mathieu?
No, Joe Burrow. But you know who, like, if it's not Joe Burrow, who I really hope wins MVP, and that's Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson.
Bro, that is not happening.
That would be the funniest thing.
That Tyrann Mathieu comes out of retirement and wins MVP over Russell Wilson.
That would be the funniest thing ever if Russell Wilson won MVP.
That's if he plays the whole season.
Okay, to be clear, I understand that that's completely unlikely to happen. I'm not saying it will. But that would be fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna lie, for a second, I thought Aaron Rodgers. I thought of Aaron Rodgers for a second.
That wouldn't be funny at all. That'd be terrible. That'd be awful.
That's, for a second, I was like, well, maybe because, the Steelers, I think, could. No.
J.J. McCarthy.
No, but I wouldn't be shocked.
I would. I mean, I wouldn't be completely shocked if J.J. McCarthy had a really good season and like maybe even was in the running for Offensive Player of the Year or something. But I would be shocked if he won MVP. Like, let's be clear.
We were saying it's all about Sam Darnold and
J.J. McCarthy, he's gonna win Comeback Player of the Year.
No.
Yeah, he's gonna win Comeback Player of the Year.
No, it's going to be Chris Olave.
And then MVP, did Josh Allen win last year?
Yep.
God. So he's
he
probably
has one more MVP than Joe Burrow does.
He's probably not gonna. I don't fucking care. I really don't. I really don't. Like, I really don't care about MVP. I really don't care about like awards. We're just doing it so we have something to talk about. I mean, don't get me wrong. If Joe Burrow won MVP, I'd be like, yeah. But if we didn't go win the Super Bowl, then I'd be like, what was the fucking point? I care more about Super Bowl MVP than I do about regular MVP. Okay. Just follow me. Humor me for a second.
Okay.
Don't jump down my throat. Baker Mayfield.
Do you want to die today, or do I have to wait till after the season when you're dead wrong?
I mean,
they're not even going to make the playoffs, dude.
You don't think so?
No, the Saints will win the division, and I'm standing on that.
Okay, all right. So,
and I'm not trolling. I am dead serious.
We're just throwing anything at the wall that we can hope that sticks, aren't we? At this point.
Just tell me your MVP right now.
I mean, I'm almost not joking.
Well, what's the point of you saying it then?
What? No, about Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, what about him?
I'm almost not joking.
You're all what?
Like, I mean, like,
good, but
okay. Listen. Here's my thought process. I don't think Joe Burrow's gonna win it because I think there's like this bias against all of it. So even if Joe Burrow could go out and have like an incredible season, but he's got like he's got Jamar Chase and now he's got T Higgins back. Like this whole offseason was very Joe Burrow like helpful. So like even if he has like an all-time season, I could see people making the argument that like, oh, he's just got too many great players around him, so they won't give it to him. I don't see Lamar Jackson being at that level again this year. I'd say the NFL's too focused on him right now. Josh Allen, I don't see he's never been consistent. So why would he suddenly become consistent now? Patrick Mahomes, I think, is going to take a step back. Like not severely, but And then Jalen Hurts, you can make the argument about him, but like I already picked too many Eagles. Like, come on.
Hurts is in that Joe Burrow category, where it's like they're not gonna want to give him MVP because of the team he's on.
That's kind of the other thing. So then like, I mean, at this point, you're getting into like Matthew Stafford, you're getting into Jaden Daniels, but like you already said Jaden Daniels, so like that'd just be terrible if I picked Jaden Daniels too.
It will be the smartest thing you said all podcast.
So I mean, like we've who in the NFL that I didn't just name who are guys who I think are not going to make it, and then I listed viable reasons that you didn't argue with about why they're not gonna win MVP this year, and then obviously Jaden Daniels. That's more of just like I don't want to pick the same person as you on the show. So like beyond that, who's a better quarterback in the NFL than Baker Mayfield?
Almost everybody that doesn't play football.
Okay, so you're just not even really like taking that seriously then. I see.
Not really.
Okay. No, I mean I know you're not taking Baker Mayfield seriously, but like, Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback, man. Come on.
He is, but I'm not gonna lie. I like Baker. I like him a lot.
He's better than Dak Prescott. He's better than Jared Goff. He's better than Tua. It's not like Tua's high like best potential is better than Baker, but it's just like, is he ever going to be that quarterback ever again at this point? I don't know. Jordan Love, we already talked about Jordan Love earlier. Like, I mean, Kyler Murray, I've never believed in Kyler Murray. Aaron Rodgers.
What about Tyler Shutt?
Okay, so anyway, Brock Purdy is like you're getting into Brock Purdy at this point, and he's not him. He's just not.
The 49ers are going to be terrible this season.
Trevor Lawrence has like the potential, but like I just haven't seen it yet.
Trevor Lawrence is going to go off the season.
I don't. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to look better this year than he's looked in the past, but it's looked pretty bad so far.
Yo, Kyle. So
Drake May's too young to be at that level yet.
Look, Kyle. Hold on, I'm about to get kind of off track, but I'm about to bring it full circle. Do you know the Hunger Games, right?
I know of the Hunger Games. I never watched it.
Well, I was watching the Hunger Games movie, and my mother told me that Jennifer Lawrence played Katniss Everdeen, the main character. Bruh, every single time she would say Jennifer Lawrence, I would just think of Trevor Lawrence. It was the same last name. Funny enough.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence does look like a pretty woman. Let's be honest.
I'm gonna lie. You could kind of see Trevor Lawrence inside of Jennifer Lawrence. You could kind of see it if you actually detail it. But it was like, bro, it was crazy because I'm like, bro, why can't I get Trevor Lawrence out of my mind when I'm watching this?
Yeah, actually, kind of. I'm not like, I mean, not really, but like kind of like more than you'd be comfortable admitting. I think yeah, kind of.
Yeah, man. I'm watching the entire movie, and I'm like, bro, I see Trevor Lawrence in a woman's body.
I'm gonna get up a side by side of this because I wanted to slam you for that like dude, come on, are you serious? There's no way. But I don't know, I just looked it up and they kind of do.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, they also have the same last name, so that just made it incredibly easier. Trevor Lawrence just changed his name to Jennifer, and you wouldn't even know. Plot twist: Jennifer Lawrence is Trevor Lawrence the whole time, but he just changed his first name. Okay, it was so funny. Where it's like, I even told my mom that, and my mom, of course.
I will say, I do think Trevor Lawrence is a little bit larger than Jennifer Lawrence.
Well, no, duh, but still.
Okay.
It was like, bro. Because I didn't even know. Well, I knew about Jennifer Lawrence. I didn't know, I didn't analyze what she looked like before then. It was like, bro, I'm just watching the movie, and I'm like, bro, this girl, she reminds me so much of Trevor Lawrence. And I just couldn't unsee it until I personally tried to unsee it. Just so it didn't seem awkward.
Okay, so there's Trevor Lawrence. And there's Jennifer Lawrence. So let's get a side-by-side here.
Yeah, there's Jeff. That is the shoulder of Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, this image is too big. I can't. Why can't I move that? What the hell? Oh.
Bro, why does Trevor Lawrence look like an 8-year-old boy that just got an ice cream cone?
There we go.
Bro.
Oh my God! Come on.
There's Jennifer.
Yeah, I can't. Why is that not? Like I can't move this picture for whatever reason.
That's fine. They'll just look it up afterwards, probably. If they care.
Oh yeah, it's just straight up stuck in the background. What the hell? I don't know. But okay, so we'll just do it this way. There's Trevor Lawrence, and there's Jennifer Lawrence. So I don't know why I can't move Jennifer Lawrence's fucking picture, but the similarity is way too, like, it's too remarkable of a similarity to like not make fun of, you know. Like, I mean, no, Jennifer Lawrence and Trevor Lawrence don't look like doppelgangers, but like they look more similar than you would expect Jennifer Lawrence and NFL football player Trevor Lawrence to look.
Yeah, bro. It's like because I wasn't going into because like I said, I didn't know who. Well, I knew of Jennifer Lawrence, but I didn't watch her movies until I was basically essentially forced to watch The Hunger Games. It's actually a pretty good movie, I ain't gonna lie. But like, bro, I'm watching this and I'm like, bro, all I see is well, I saw some parts where it's like, yeah, that's not Trevor Lawrence, but then some other parts I'm like, yeah, that's something Trevor Lawrence would do, and it helps because she looks like Trevor Lawrence. She has the same last name as Trevor Lawrence. It's like, bro, this could literally be Trevor Lawrence's long lost sister, and we wouldn't even know.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen a Jennifer Lawrence movie. I'm familiar with Jennifer Lawrence from like her being interviewed on late night shows, but I don't think I've ever actually watched one of her movies.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it was crazy. It's like that's just something I had to get out. It's like,
Right.
bro, that's all I saw, to be honest. Well, I obviously saw the difference from male and female, Trevor and Jennifer. Still.
All right,
I mean,
so
even their first name sounds similar.
all right, so before we get out of here, then I guess who's winning the Super Bowl?
Kansas City Chiefs are going to play the Washington Commanders should the Chiefs win. And Super Bowl MVP is going to be
I don't know. After what I saw from the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I just and the way they played all season, and the fact that the refs seem like pretty aware that people are watching them with the Chiefs now. I don't see the Chiefs even making it to the Super Bowl this year. Like I mean, I'm sure they'll make the playoffs.
Do you not remember Super Bowl 55?
What?
When the Chiefs got blown the heck out by the Buccaneers. Not as bad as the Eagles game, but they got blown out by the Buccaneers. And they only lost 2 games that season with controversy.
Okay, this is the next season, and we're talking about the Chiefs having, the Chiefs have been having attrition for years, and honestly, their team building has been like for a team that's like won a bunch of Super Bowls and stuff. They aren't really replacing their old players as well as they should be.
Yeah, but still, it's like, you know, I mean, I've learned not to bet against the Chiefs. So maybe if I say the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, maybe that means that they only go 2-15 this season. Maybe it's vice versa now. But every single year, everyone's betting against the Chiefs, and then the Chiefs go on to make a deep run. Most of the time in the Super Bowl. But Super Bowl 55, bro, they got slacked by Tom Brady. And next year, they're in the AFC Championship. Year after that, they're in the Super Bowl. Year after that, they're in the Super Bowl again. Year after that, they're in the Super Bowl again.
I don't think the Chiefs are going this year, and I think the Chiefs might be. I think the Chiefs dynasty is over. I really do.
Yeah, we were saying that all last time. Okay, what do you got to say? Who's your Super Bowl win and what's going to happen?
Well, I just asked ChatGPT who ChatGPT thinks is going to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And ChatGPT said the Eagles.
Hey, ChatGPT told me the Saints will win the Super Bowl in the next 10 years.
So we know we can't trust ChatGPT. I see.
Hey, they said, funny enough, they said the Saints are going to win the Super Bowl in like 2030 some, and Super Bowl MVP was going to be Derek Carr.
You can't even predict what's going to happen that far in the future.
But you can try.
Not really. I mean, I guess you can technically try, but.
Bro, some people are already doing 2026 mock drafts.
So who's gonna win the Super Bowl this year? I mean, I'll be completely honest. I almost kind of want to say the Eagles, and the reason for that is because like I don't really believe in anybody else. Like I did say the Lions with Dan Campbell. It's just like I need to see them have postseason success before I really believe in them. But like. I mean, I'm not gonna say the Bengals because, like, right now they're pissing me off, and I don't feel confident enough in the Bengals to say the Bengals right now. Like, I'm not saying they couldn't, but they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to surprise a lot. I think to have a shot to win it this year.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs, and they're gonna sneak at like 9-8 or something. But I don't think they're gonna go all the way.
I mean. The Bengals make the playoffs, they could go all the way. Like that's one thing I've learned about Joe Burrow. One thing I've learned about Joe Burrow is if Joe Burrow has a chance, he's going to take advantage of that chance. So
that depends on if his team lets him take the chance.
If they've gotten to the playoffs, then the team's giving him enough chance.
Not if you lose 45-41 in the wild card round.
They're not going to lose what?
They will. Their defense does what they did last season.
If they're doing that again, they're not making the playoffs.
You don't know.
I got a pretty good idea.
No, because you said the Saints are not going to win the Super Bowl, so I don't think your idea is that good.
Honestly, like my gut feeling is that until I see something else, it feels like the Eagles got the inside track at like repeating this year.
Bro, we said that like every single year, but that hasn't happened other than the Chiefs winning it over and over.
What?
Like every single season, someone wins the Super Bowl and they're like, "Man, we got to bet them to go back to back." And other than the Chiefs doing it, no team has really been done that.
I understand that gets said a lot every offseason. I don't typically say that every offseason, but I will say right now the Eagles have been doing nothing but making good moves and doing things that make a lot of sense. And they were so damn good last year. To me, I mean, like, anybody could do it. But, like, do I really... Like, I mean, let's look at, like, the teams who have the talent to get there. I don't believe in the Bills. Like, I just don't. The Ravens... Like, they got Lamar Jackson, but outside of the Ravens, what's there really to believe in as far as, like a big long-term push? And even then, Lamar's got to stop choking in the playoffs. Ravens fans will tell you that. The Chiefs, I already told you that I feel like the Chiefs dynasty's over. I mean, like, unless we get Trey Hendrickson re-signed and Shamar Stewart just happens to, like, completely prove me wrong, then I have trouble seeing the Bengals doing it. So I mean, it just feels like who can really challenge the Eagles right now? Like I just don't really believe in a lot of other teams.
I think the Commanders are going to make the Super Bowl over the Eagles, but I think they're going to lose to the Chiefs.
I feel like the Commanders are going to be good, but I also just feel like the Eagles are going to be better.
I don't know. I think the NFC East curse is going to get the Eagles.
It could be a team.
The NFC East curse, the Madden curse, the fantasy football curse. Everything's stacked up against the Eagles right now.
It could also be a team that kind of comes out of nowhere. Would it be that shocking to see the Packers make a run yes. Right now, which is there's a bit of a power vacuum with the Chiefs dynasty potentially being over. I think it is over. And if it is over, there's a power vacuum. And would it be that crazy to see the Packers making it all the way?
Yes, it would be crazy. They don't have a single guy I'm confident in on that team. I don't even know how they made the playoffs last year.
What about the Vikings?
Now, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I had like 4 different Super Bowl champs at one point, and the Vikings were definitely one of them.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like the Vikings might have the best shot at. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The Lions genuinely have the best shot at dethroning the Eagles. I need to see more from them to really believe that they're actually gonna make that leap. Whereas, like, the Vikings are kind of a wild card.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the Vikings need to show more, too. Like let's not sit here and say that the Vikings have shown more than the Lions. I don't know. Like, Kevin O'Connell's a really good coach. I think J.J. McCarthy is going to, like, prove a lot of people wrong this year. I like what they're building in Minnesota. I wouldn't be shocked to see them kind of make a surprise run. But I mean, like with the AFC teams, just like all the AFC teams that are realistically in the in the mix, it's just like all of them. I have major reasons why I have concerns.
So are the Eagles like your official prediction? Or
I think if I was putting money, I'd say the Eagles.
And who are they playing against in the Super Bowl? If you had to pick one team.
Now that's tougher. The Bills, I guess.
Okay, and who do you think is going to win Super Bowl MVP?
Well, I mean, realistically, like if the not the Vikings. Realistically, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, then I guess Jalen Hurts, right? Realistically,
I mean,
that's how that works. Well, yeah, but dude, Jalen Hurts shouldn't have won last year.
Okay, what if he wins the Super Bowl next year by only throwing two, or only completing like 2 passes?
They might still give it to him. Like, I mean, they gave it to him last year, and like, don't get me wrong, Jalen Hurts played well, but he didn't play super well, and the defense won that game.
What if they run the ball the entire game and they don't throw the ball one time?
Well, then Saquon Barkley will win it.
But what
I just don't see that happening.
Cooper DeJean gets like 7 interceptions.
It doesn't seem to fucking matter. They're going to give it to an offensive player, most likely.
Okay. I'm not going to lie. DeJean should have won it last year.
He should have.
A white cornerback winning Super Bowl MVP in Black History Month. That would have been insane.
That would have been kind of nuts.
Because everybody's going to call the NFL racist if they wrote that in the script. You're like, bruh.
Well, if they wrote that in the script that doesn't exist, but yeah, I guess.
But nah, because it's like, bro, I was seeing so much memes last year where it's like, he scored a touchdown, but he's white, and he's a corner in 2025.
What? See, I thought you were going to say something funny.
No, it's because it's like, bro, it's like, I'm not going to try to say what I'm thinking of because that might get us all canceled, but still, it's like, bro.
Okay, so that feels like a good place to leave off for the night.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to say?
Tyrann Mathieu, rest in peace.
He retired. He didn't die.
It's all the same. Football and God are the only 2 things that matter in life.
As a Bengals fan, I can promise you that you just like as a Saints fan who was born pretty much after the Saints like just at the very moment where you're not going to remember the Saints winning like their Super Bowl. So you might understand this too, but like you really can't let football. Again, as a Bengals fan, you just can't let football be that fucking important to you.
Football is the only thing that's important. You really think I want to have conversation with family? Who do you think I am, Vin Diesel?
What?
You think I'm Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel doesn't have conversations with family. Vin Diesel like goes 400 miles an hour with family.
Okay.
Vin Diesel talks about family. He doesn't talk to family.
Same thing.
Okay, whatever. All right. All right. Well, then I guess that's it for today. It was asked earlier, I believe, at the beginning of the episode. Daniel Barry, by the way, says, "What's up?" I missed that earlier. My bad, Daniel. But let's see. King Bozo earlier asked, "What's our schedule this season?" That's a good question. I mean, it's every week more or less. I guess it would make sense for us to do like post game recaps or something, right? Or should we do pregame or post game? You think?
Okay, hold on. If we do it, it's gonna have to either be like a couple hours later. I probably won't be able to make it a post game, to be honest.
No, I don't mean like right after the game. I mean like the next day or something.
Oh well, if we're okay, because I got because I do that on my shows like during the day. But if like I think what would work better for me, probably post game.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So
why are we talking about like doing predictions and stuff? Like that's kind of what.
So what do you want to do? Like Tuesdays or something?
Yeah, we can do Tuesdays because like I think Tuesdays is probably one of the only days that I'm actually free during the weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I should be able to commit to Tuesdays. So most likely we'll be doing like this show will be Tuesdays, and then I will obviously have content coming out at other times. There'll be Bengals related content. There'll probably be some NFL related content. I don't really have like a schedule for my like standalone videos and stuff, but obviously Mikey's gonna have his own schedule too. Do you know what your schedule is going to be, Mikey, for your channel?
Well, I mean, I just wrapped up yesterday of predicting every team's record, so I can finally do something else other than that. But yeah, I really just, whatever's popular or whatever I feel like doing. Sometimes I just make a video. Like the other day, I just made a video and I just started ranting, being a full Category 5 hurricane. So yeah, depends on what I feel like.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so we'll be. Like this show, I'm thinking is probably going to be on Tuesdays after like the full NFL game slate is kind of over. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll leave y'all with a hoo day.
Who dat, baby?
Yeah. All right.